Pleasure to welcome to our show the Honorable Rita Albrecht, the mayor of Bemidji, Minnesota, here in person.
Thank you.
Elected to how long a term?
I'm elected for a 2-year term. I started in January, so I'm kind of a new mayor.
Two years. They keep you on a short leash here.
They do, yeah.
So you're a member of the council?
I was a member of the city council, and I was midterm, and I decided to run for mayor, and I was successful, so that was kind of fun and surprising. I'm surprised every day when I get up and drive down the street that I'm the mayor of Bemidji, but I'm really happy.
So the city manager takes care of all of the big problems, and all the people who get angry at him, and you're sort of like a titular leader. You ride in a convertible in a parade, and you wave.
Well, that's partly true. It's true that the city manager is kind of the CEO of the city, and they don't really give the mayor very much power. I get to cut ribbons and greet convention goers, and that's about it. Be the ambassador for the city, but the city manager really runs the business. But I have to say that people are not afraid to call me or email me or.
I know. I called you on your cell phone, and I got a voicemail message about.
Yeah, we played phone tag a couple times. I actually have a full-time job, so I'm not a full-time mayor. It seems like there's enough work for a full-time mayor, but I do have a regular full-time job.
You're a planner for the reservation.
Right, I work for Leech Lake Band of Ojibwe, and I'm a planner in their tribal development office, so shout out to our chairwoman, Carrie Jones.
All right, good. Okay, Ambassador, let's talk about Bemidji. Looks like it's thriving to me. I just got here, you know.
You know, I think that Bemidji's doing pretty well. We have a lot of construction happening, some new building construction, and homes are going up. We have a new hotel on the south shore of Bemidji that we're excited about. So it's good times in Bemidji right now, that's true.
Okay, you got your big university here. You got schools, you got a big hospital here, a big medical center. Walmart is here.
True,
right?
Yeah. Well, you know, you mentioned a couple of sectors there that really make Bemidji what it is, and one of them is education, and of course Bemidji State University and our Northwest Technical College, Oak Hills Christian College is here, and then our 3 reservations also have tribal colleges around us. So a lot of education. Healthcare is a big regional center here with Sanford Health Center here as well, but the retail draw is also a big deal in our community, and we have, a number of big boxes. You know, our community is small. We're only about 13,500 in the corporate boundaries of the city, but in our market area of about 50 miles, there's over 100,000 people. So it's a big little town, kind of.
Is it true this is the 4th busiest airport in Minnesota?
Isn't that interesting? You would think in the state of Minnesota there'd be some other cities that were busier, but we have Minneapolis, St. Paul is number 1, and then number 2 is Rochester. Of course, that's where Mayo Clinic is, so they're very busy. And then Duluth, over there where Louis Jenkins is from. But Bemidji's the 4th busiest, and I think it's partly because we're kind of that star of the north, and it's the geographic, kind of the geographic center of the north. Yeah. I know that you mentioned earlier that we're the first city on the Mississippi, and so if people want to get their mental map out there listening in Radio Land, if you think about the headwaters of Mississippi, which is about 30 miles south of Bemidji, and it seems odd that the Mississippi River would run north, but it actually runs north about 30, 40 miles to Bemidji, and then it bends, and it goes across. As you mentioned, the word Bemidji is water crossing water, so it bends at Bemidji, and it goes through Lake Bemidji, and then it heads to Grand Rapids, and then it goes south for about 2,500 miles or so, give or take. And that's kind of interesting, but we live really very close to the Continental Divide here. So water, just north of here, will go 3 ways. Some will go north to the Hudson Bay, and some will go east to the Great Lakes and the Atlantic Ocean, and then of course the Mississippi, goes south to the Gulf of Mexico. So we're really at that, what the Native Americans sometimes call the Turtle Island, the back of the turtle, where the water will go 3 ways.
People in New Orleans used to think they were the first city on the Mississippi, but I guess they were wrong about that.
Well, they have the widest, perhaps, place in the river, but we think we have one of the prettiest places here in Bemidji.
Okay, good. So it's a good place. Good to have a university here, have young people with attitude mingling here with all of the rest of us, young people on romantic, hopeless missions in life to
Well,
become
the
writers
university
and
adds...
so on. English majors, that kind.
Well, English majors, that's true. I'm a geography graduate of Bemidji State University, and so that's why I like to talk about geography and things like...
When you were talking about the Continental
Yeah,
Divide, that's
how
what I
things
thought.
go.
I thought, this woman has been educated in all of
I
that.
have to say, though, you know what? Bemidji wouldn't be the same without Bemidji State University, because any community that has a four-year liberal arts community university knows that they add a lot of value into our community for the arts and culture and, of course, sports and hockey, home of Bemidji State University, Beaver hockey and football and men's and women's hockey and basketball and all of those things. So that's one thing. But also, I think we thrive because we are really a cultural center as well, and there's a lot of entertainment and arts and musicians, as Diane is a good example of that, and Sonny Johnson, our young musician earlier. We just have a very rich tradition here of arts and culture, as well as our timber industry, which is kind of the reason that Bemidji started in the first place.
Not to mention efficient and honest city government.
Well, thank you. We like to think that we have clean air, clean water, and clean politics.
All right. Thank you, Rita Albrecht.
Thank you.
Thank you.